This genuinely makes no sense at all. What kind of optical illusion is this? It's so far away. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I'm doing it again. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. And then Bro.
Okay, tell me this doesn't look like there was a mermaid sleeping here. Like, look at that. Did I just find a mermaid imprint?
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, I'll be reacting to some weird videos that'll keep you up all night. If y'all are new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it, y'all. Just think about it, guys. They didn't have any cell phones, tablets, computers. They didn't even have any televisions. You know what I'm saying? So all they had was time on their hands. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I guess, right? Yeah, I don't know, guys. Is that the x-axis or is that the y-axis? No, wait, what? Oh, that's the equator? Gotcha, bet.
What I'm about to say might be the weirdest sentence that you ever hear in your entire life, but apparently the A-list, the rich, the elite, the 1% are having mermaid parties. And I don't mean it's a themed mermaid party. I don't mean you dress up like a mermaid. I don't even mean that there are mermaids in the pool that just happen to be ambiance. No. These are mermaid eating parties where they're serving up mermaids. I'm sorry, what in the fish and chips are we talking about? Because yeah, I landed on mermaid eating TikTok, and let me just tell you, my mind is blown. Allegedly, a guy came forward talking about mermaid eating parties in Hollywood. He got invited to a party. Next thing you know, they served a mermaid. He didn't want to eat it. He went to leave. He found a cooler full of living mermaids in the kitchen. What do you think about this? Because I've been to LA a lot. I've been around a lot of A-list people. I've been around a lot of rich people throughout my whole life. I was never invited to a mermaid eating party. And I don't know if I'm upset about that or I'm okay with that. But have you heard these stories? Because apparently we're eating mermaids now.
At first thought, I just assumed that mermaid was probably code for something a little bit more sinister. But who knows, guys? Maybe they are serving Zoolander as merman to all of the Holly weird elites.
Merman.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. What's he trying to say? That the Statue of Liberty is really Lucifer? I don't know. The evidence is pretty overwhelming. What do you guys think? Put in the comments below. Was the Statue of Liberty really a gift, or was she really a curse?
Look at the shark. Oh my god, it's a big ass shark. Oh, what is going on? Oh, fuck. They're mating, I think. Oh, it just hit the boat. Oh, it's a huge shark.
Hi, I'm Lalit.
जैसे कि बहुत सारे लोग
Sometimes people treat me not very well, but it's very rare. Usually people treat me very good, and yeah, most of people are good to me. And it depends on the person. Well, the first days at school it was not so good because the other kids were scared of me. But when they started knowing me, when we started talking to me, they understood that I was not so different from them. It was just, from outside, I looked different, but I'm not different inside.
That is just gnarly. I wonder if it like grows back super fast. You know what I mean? My man better be monetizing this. He better go out and get himself like a Gillette or maybe even like a Manscaped sponsorship. Like ASAP.
What?
Scientists just made one of the biggest discoveries ever, and people are losing their minds. So you've probably heard of hydrogel before, which, if you used to play with Orbeez or anything like that, that's what it's made of. And there's many other things that it is used for. Now we all know the pain of getting a cut, or especially a bad injury or wound. What they do is they plaster it up, they bandage it up, and it's going to take quite a long time to heal, right? Depending on how bad the cut actually is, it can take anywhere from a month, 2 months, even up to a year if it's really, really bad. But scientists at the University of Bayreuth in Germany have just made one of the craziest discoveries ever. And I'm not joking when I say this is literally groundbreaking. What they've done is develop a hydrogel so advanced that it is paper thin, and somehow it mimics human skin. Yeah, in a number of ways such as flexibility and also taking on its healing capabilities. So this tiny thin sleeve that will be put on instead of like a bandage will now be able to heal wounds 90% in 4 hours and fully within a whole day. Which is absolutely game changing for the world, and once this becomes mainstream when they've done more testing, it's insane.
I don't know, guys. Something gives me a strange feeling like we're never going to hear from this or anything about it ever again. You know what I mean? Or like 10 years from now, we're going to hear how hydrogel causes cancer.
This fire at its largest, which is now still burning, is 2 miles long and 2.5 miles wide. So far, we've had one injury, a second degree. We have a number of minor injuries, but an injury that required transportation to Stony Brook Hospital, to their burn center, a second degree burn on the face of one of our firefighters. I hope that's the extent of it. We've had 2 structures that has burned, and we are now taking a very careful look at the airbase to see if that needs to be evacuated.
Oh, look, guys, what do you know? Another fire. Like, enough is enough already. Like, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but if the shoe fits, why are all these fires happening in exact locations where they have these smart city initiatives? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it seems a little sus, if you ask me.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but those people following you around everywhere you go, those are gang stalkers. They're on me all day.
If you're someone who watched Saturday Night Live, then you already know what Lady Gaga just did. For the ones that don't, Lady Gaga just did a ritual on live television, y'all. I know people gonna say, it's just SNL, it's a skit. No, they want you to believe it's a skit. This real life. We all know what side Lady Gaga is on. So miss me with that bull. I'm gonna play a little clip of some of the stuff that happened on live TV that Lady Gaga did. But I'm not gonna add the sound because that is demonic. It was like they was trying to cast little spells, saying little words and shit. I ain't with none of the half of that. I'm so disappointed in him. Just look at all this shit. Look, y'all. I don't know what they saying. I cut that shit down. I ain't trying to get no spells cast on me. Look at this. Shit crazy, fool. The thing is, she didn't have to act this out. She being herself. Demon dog.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. I can't call it. What do you think? Did we just see an actual live ritual caught on camera? Or is this just another one of Lady Gaga's weird-ass performances on a long-ass laundry list of weird performances? Let us know, guys. Put them in the comments.
1,
Good.
2, do it. What?
So you know you can do that too. Just think of absolutely the scariest thing that you can, like the boogeyman or a woman, and your body will release adrenaline and oxytocin, and poof, I dilated.
An alert from police. Someone is taking $1 bills and turning them into $100 bills.
A cashier at Ohana Foods Hilo had a feeling something was off when a woman handed her a $100 bill on Saturday.
And she proceeded to tell me that it's an old bill. But I had an old bill in one of our tip jars. And so I pulled out the old bill on the side and I was like, okay, it looks different. It's more of like a yellowish tone versus as the bill she gave me, it was black.
Ramos marked the bill with the counterfeit pen. Yellow means real currency, so she was confused.
I lifted it up one more time, and that's when I noticed the faded $1 marking, and I told her, I was like, you know, like this is a counterfeit bill. It's not $100, and I'm not able to give it back to you. I will have to report it to the HPD.
The woman gave Ramos another $100 bill, saying the money was from her payroll, but Ramos saw that it was fake too. The woman asked for the money back, but Ramos said no and called police.
Hold on a second. Did anyone else out there catch that? She said that she grabbed another 100 to compare it to from her tip jar. Isn't this a convenience store? Who in the world is tipping her hundos?
America has a new gun, and it's one that uses facial recognition and fingerprint scanners. It's called the BioFire Smart Gun. It's the first to actually hit the market, and it's more controversial than you think. You see, to try and push for more firearm safety, this gun only works when its registered owner scans their face or their fingerprint, and the gun locks and becomes unusable as soon as it leaves their hand. It's also trickier to build one of these than you think, because it's not just a gun with a fingerprint scanner slapped on the top. It's actually the first gun ever to not rely on a physical trigger mechanism, but rather it sends an electrical signal to fire the bullet, and it can only get that signal if it's in the owner's hands. But also because of that, it's roughly twice the price at $1,500. Gun control advocates think it's a great idea, saying at least it can't be used in the wrong hands like a child or a criminal. But some firearm enthusiasts not so keen. They fear that this technology could malfunction when you need it the most, or could be used as a slippery slope for more gun control laws over time. The question is, what do you guys think? Is this the gun that America needs or not?
I want to turn this one to you guys. What do you guys think about this? Because in theory, it's a great idea, you know, for like kids, if you have young ones around. But in an actual event of, you know, say you're being robbed and your wife's upstairs and you're downstairs and you're tied up and she's like, honey, you know, what's the code for the gun? And what are you gonna do? Time out, Mr. Robber. Let me run upstairs and face unlock my burner, and then I'll run back down. You can tie me back up. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, like, I get it. In theory, it's a great idea, but in practicality, I don't know. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below, guys.
She got a monkey as a gift, and it didn't take long for her to realize something was seriously wrong. At first, it just seemed like a normal doll, but then she noticed its eye moving and staring at her.
Oh my fucking God, I swear to God, this thing just fucking looked at me.
But the worst was yet to come. She ignored the first signs, coping that she imagined it, though it's clear on video that the eye has moved, and she kept spending more time with the doll, recording her and posting on her page. After a few hours, she realized there was a certificate in the package with a name that made her think about throwing the doll away, which she unfortunately didn't do. Then Cassie showed that she lives in a house right next to a cemetery in Illinois, which kind of explained the strange activities she has to deal with every day. And then she answered to some comments doubting authenticity of her videos.
For the people who say, oh, her eyes are supposed to move, her eyes aren't moving. Poking her eyes, boop.
Then she left it on the couch for 24 hours while she was out, expecting something to happen.
They set her up on the couch for almost a full 24 hours. I can't figure out if she seems more real and struggling to stay fake in the light, or she wants to break out so bad right now. Okay, I won't fucking tell anybody. Just say something. Is she fucking smiling to you later, little monkey?
Oh, hell no. I don't mess with monkeys. Scare the shit out of me, and they have ever since I saw them flying around in The Wizard of Oz, guys. I would have sealed that chimp right back up in its box and put it right back out on the front porch for FedEx to pick up the very next day.
So we found this dark room here. Alright, guys. See how dark it is.
Yo, open up. Open up.
All right, what the hell is going on in the skies over Florida? Check this out.
What is that?
Over the past couple days, this footage has been going crazy. People in the Fort Lauderdale and Miami area captured something totally bizarre. It's a smoky, swirling spiral in the sky. Some are saying it's a portal, others believe it's UFO. No one seems to have a solid explanation.
What is that?
It's putting off a perfect spiral around it.
Yeah, it's got a swirl around it.
Well, that's the end of the world. This footage is real. So what are we looking at here? Some witnesses say that they saw the strange spiral just kind of appear out of nowhere and then slowly fade. Others believe it's some advanced technology. A lot of people are saying SpaceX, of course. But what do you think? Is this just some natural phenomenon that we don't understand, or a secret government project, or is it something not of this world? Let me know in the comments what you think it is. Let's figure it out.
Well, it's official, guys. 2025 is quite literally one of the weirdest years I've ever seen, and we're only 2 months into it. So I can't even imagine what the next 10 months have in store for us, guys. Yo, can I tell you guys, I was this close to throwing out a little smart ass comment about it being like a reflection, until I realized reflections don't typically glisten and shimmer and gleam like that one did. So there's that, y'all.
So first is mermaids. Now you have a woman saying that her husband and her son seen a gnome running in their backyard. And she called it a gnome because she didn't know what else to call it. But those are duendes. You do know about duendes, right? It's about to be a long video. Let me tell you what happened. So short story short, this lady and her family moved to Utah from Vegas. So recently, while they've been outside cooking out, her husband and her son has been seeing this gnome, or that duende, running around in their backyard. So she does some research, and what does she find out? She finds out that people in Utah have seen them before, and they're not called gnomes. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
My husband and my son, he's 12, he's almost 13.
Listen to this shit.
They have noticed that there has been
Y'all better stop
a
playing.
weird little gnome. I'm gonna sound freaking crazy for saying this. There's a weird little gnome in our backyard, that just apparently runs back and forth.
So apparently this woman is the only one of the three that can't see it. And that's because of spiritual reasons. But if you know anything about duendes, you know duendes are very powerful and very possessive. Now for the story inside a story. When duendes gain a liking to you, start communicating with you, they become possessive if you ever try and leave from their presence. And I say that to say this. In the same video, she said that they put out a basketball and they put out a row of pennies to see if the duendes takes them, plays with the basketball. And I always say, stop playing with things that you do not know. Because guess what happened? Look at this shit.
So we came back from dinner.
Look at this shit.
Nobody's been here. Ball's gone.
Look at they stacked up. Yo, stop playing. I'm out. Them leaving that basketball and those pennies outside might have opened up a door that they don't want to open up. Duendes are very possessive. Do your research.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
Do you guys hear about the secretive plane, the Boeing X-37B?
A secretive plane?
Very classified.
Okay.
This plane is nuts. It's this plane that is very small, unmanned, but it goes into outer orbit on the Earth.
Oh my gosh.
It was a NASA thing that they're doing with Boeing, but the project was taken over by the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah.
And everything got classified since then. Very little known about it. We know what it looks like, and we know that it goes into outer orbit. They released one of the pictures it took. So it's crazy far.
Yeah, it's not like just above the surface.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The conspiracy is this is a terrifying weapon called the Rods of God. It's so scary. It's basically a giant metal rod that you would put in space that is solid steel, a foot in diameter, over 20 feet long. They would shoot it from space undetected from all radars, but have the same impact as a small nuclear bomb.
Good.
Just from kinetic energy.
And when was this created?
They're saying it hasn't been created,
Got
but
it.
a speculation is that this thing could potentially be housing these rods of God.
Oof.
Oh, I don't care what anyone says. That is absolutely terrifying, guys. Just the thought that something like that might be flying around up above our heads is unnerving enough. And the fact that it's manned by AI makes it that much scarier, guys.
My boyfriend has a Neuralink. I know that there are 3 people, I think it's 3 on record, who have the Neuralink because it's not publicly available. But he has got to be in some top secret beta testing group. We were just on a road trip, and he must have blacked out and forgot that I was sitting next to him in the car, because not on a call, nothing like that. He starts doing stuff like this. It went on for a while. And finally, I just was like, you got a Neuralink? And I thought that he would think it was funny, but instead he got really defensive. Why would you say that? Like, bad acting. So, I don't know. He drives a Tesla. There's something going on. I'm not a dummy. I feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror, to be honest with you.
I don't blame her. I feel like my entire life is just one giant episode of Black Mirror that just keeps getting crazier and stranger as the days go on. And listen, I'm no expert, but I'm almost certain if he did have a Neuralink chip implanted in him, he wouldn't have to do all these crazy hand movements. He would just think it and it would happen. So there's that.
The most disturbing things ever said by astronauts. In 2003, Chinese astronaut Yang Liwei was the first person from China to go to space. He was sent up all alone when suddenly, at one point during the mission, he hears a knocking sound on the outside of his spaceship. He recalls it as someone knocking the body of the spaceship, like hitting an iron bucket with a wooden hammer. He wasn't even able to recreate it, and to this day, experts have no idea what it could have been. During the Apollo 11 mission in 1969, when Neil and Buzz were on the lunar surface, Neil Armstrong unexpectedly switches to a medical communication channel and spoke directly to the chief medical officer, saying, and I quote, "They're here, They're parked on the side of the crater. They're watching us. This was revealed in a documentary by former NASA employee Ken Johnston, but the original recordings are of course highly classified. Rumored to be a part of the infamous Apollo 11 missing 2 minutes, where on record Mission Control lost radio contact with the astronauts due to technical difficulties. In another 1995 documentary interview, former NASA astronaut Franklin Story Musgrave claimed to have been followed by a white 8-foot-long snake floating through space, saying, quote, "On 2 of my missions, and I still don't have an answer, I have seen a snake out there, 6, 7, 8 feet long. He said it appeared rubbery and followed him for quite a long time, floating in or near Earth's stratosphere." In the same interview, Musgrave also cryptically states that other civilizations have been around for millions of years that are doing unimaginable kinds of things. But you know, they were probably all just joking.
Oh, that's not frightening at all. Just a giant 8-foot space snake chasing after you while you're all alone in your shuttle. What do you think, guys? Did we really go into space and go to the moon? I would love to know what you guys really think about this. So throw it in the comments below, guys.
This guy literally invented the future of transportation. His name is Frankie Zapata, and he is the creator of the Flyboard, a futuristic hoverboard device. The Flyboard has a top speed of about 90 miles per hour and can fly without needing to refuel for 10 minutes. At max speed, you can get a range of about 15 miles out of this bad boy. Are you buying one of these?
Well, we got some footage coming out of California of a strange orb-like plasmoidal thing floating through the sky. And notice in the background here, everyone is just standing in the street staring up at this big stump. And if you can listen to the background as well, you can just hear everyone kind of perplexed about the whole situation, right? As this bright light tends to dim down, it's moving across the sky, and then it begins, and then it stops. So it's not going up, it's going sideways like this, okay? Not vertical, horizontal. That's the word I was looking for, right? And then it turns into this plasmoidal orb, and we've seen something similar to this that was in China. If I can find a video right here, okay, this is the same exact object that was seen, no noise associated with it, and it's just carrying on and floating by, right? Unbelievable. And look, as it's there, it's just kind of slowed down. Now it's kind of stopped. It's moving very slowly. Again, when it comes to these sightings, this isn't the first time we've seen something of this nature, okay? I mean, the people are probably going to be like, it's a flare, it's nothing else, but there's no sort of like flare. A, that doesn't make any noise. B, it's not going vertically, it's traveling horizontally through the sky. It's actively moving through the clouds. It's going like that, and then it slows down and then carries on, right? Look at it. That is insane. Or, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I thought this was hella interesting. California, come on, man.
Listen, guys, for everyone who thinks this is fake or edited, I don't think it is, okay? And I'll tell you why. Just not even a month ago, I saw something almost identical. I was outside in the middle of the night, I was smoking, and I wasn't sure if my eyes were seeing what they were seeing, or I was just like super baked and out of it, because it was in the middle of the night. But like, I saw this, but only difference is that it was like up close and personal for me, and it moved down after moving sideways. So I don't know, guys, definitely some strange sky phenomena going on out there. If you guys have seen this or something similar, throw it in the comments, guys. Let me know I'm not the only crazy person out here. You gotta love Hollyweird, all right? It's the only place on Earth where literally ankle monitors and ankle bracelets are an actual trend and fashion statement. That's all I got this week, guys. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. Sub up, join the Unreal Army, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.